You touch a hot stove, and your hand is already snapping back before you feel a thing. That impossible speed is your nervous system at work, a living wiring that carries messages faster than thought, and how it does it goes further than you'd think. It all begins with one kind of cell, built for a single job, to carry a signal. These are neurons. You have around 86 billion of them, threaded through your body like living wires, each one passing a message from one end to the other. A neuron reaches out with branching arms called dendrites to listen, gathers what it hears in its cell body, then fires it down one long tail, the axon, toward the next cell in line. So a message runs one way, in through the dendrites, out along the axon. Touch that stove, and a signal leaps from your skin toward your spinal cord in a few thousandths of a second. But what is that signal really? Look closely at the axon, and it isn't so much moving as it is catching fire. At rest, a neuron holds itself slightly negative inside, pumping charged particles, ions, across its outer membrane to keep a tiny voltage there, like a charged battery waiting. Nudge that voltage past a certain threshold and gates snap open. Sodium ions flood in, the charge flips positive, then potassium ions rush out to reset it. That's the spike, and it's all or nothing, too weak and nothing happens, cross the line and every spike fires at full strength. And the spike doesn't fade as it travels. Each patch of membrane sets off the next, so the pulse races down the axon undiminished, a self-renewing wave of flipping charge, full strength all the way to the end. Then, the wire simply runs out. Between one neuron and the next lies a gap it can't cross, so the signal changes form. At that gap, the synapse, the arriving spike, makes tiny packets spill chemicals called neurotransmitters into the space. They drift across, latch onto the next cell, and light a fresh spike. Electrical within a cell, chemical between them. Now, multiply that. Each neuron reaches thousands of others, wiring 86 billion cells into a mesh of some 100 trillion connections. From that lattice of tiny sparks and chemical whispers, everything you feel and remember and think arises. So the hand you pulled off the stove was moved by a spark racing down a nerve, handed chemically across a gap, and echoed through billions of cells. A signal, alive in a mesh of living wire, that's a thought, and that's you.